change that is happening. Not every change is for the better. So dear parents, when you tell your children, when will you change? Make sure you add for the better. They might change, all right, but not necessarily for the better. And then you complain, say, what has happened to you? They will say, I have changed. So it is not enough that change occurs. What type of change is happening? And in our world today, the type of change that we notice is what I would call cosmetic change. It is external change. You want to look young, you dye your hair. So, you think you have changed? No, you're still old. Your birth certificate testifies to that. Some people who have money, they think they will change by going through some procedures. They pull the skin of their faces, they have liposuction and all of these things, thinking that after going through all of those procedures, they are a changed person. Is that the type of change that we want? The readings for today are talking about a profound, a fundamental type of change. What we in Christian tradition would call conversion. The conversion of the inner person. And this is the most difficult type of change. Cosmetic change is so easy in comparison to the change of the heart, conversion. May I revert to Filipino. Mas madali kung ang pagbabago ay panlabas lamang. Pero kapag ang pagbabago ay ang pagbabago na ng kalooban, lalo na at tinatawag natin pagbabagong loob sa Panginoon, pinapaalaala sa atin ng propeta Isaias na ang pag-iisip ng Diyos ay hindi natin pag-iisip. Ang pagkilos ng Diyos ay hindi natin pagkilos. Biruin niyo kung tayo ay magbabago para mag-isip tulad ng Diyos, at gumawa tulad ng Diyos. Ibang klaseng pagbabago yan. Malaking pagbabago. Imagine if husbands and wives will change because they will now think and move according to the thinking and movements of God. Wow. Husbands and wives, you will look at each other and after 25 years, you will say, hey, I think you're changing. Why? What's happening to me? You look more like Christ. Yung babae na kabalpas na. Mukha na ni Kristo. Di naman. That will be the greatest compliment. They say, you know what? I married you 25 years ago. But after 25 years, you're changing. You don't think the same way anymore as you used to. You're thinking the thoughts of God. Wow. You are doing the ways of God. Wow. You have married a saint. You have married a saint. Imagine if it happens. This is the conversion that we are looking for. But we should be ready. We should be ready to be surprised by the ways of God. Last night in the Mass at Stephan's Dome, I told the people gathered there, look at the mysterious ways of God. Look at the priests there. Will you please take a look at them? Look at how gorgeous looking they are. Some of them could pass as movie stars, right? But the ways of God, the ways of God, they could have made a living by being businessmen, by being good husbands. But look, the world will probably say, what a waste. What a waste of looks. What a waste of talent. Look at Monsignor Bester. You say, what a waste. But my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways. Yung mga mag-asawa, minsan siguro na hanggang ngayon, nagtataka pa rin kayo. Bakit ito ang sinagot ko? Dami naman ng ligaw sa akin. Bakit siya pa? Sa isa't kalahati na nanligaw, bakit siya ang sinagot ko? Bakit? Well, but then you realize, it is God's ways. And the person that you married is God's gift. Even if sometimes he or she doesn't look like a gift. But according to God's thoughts and God's ways, he or she is a gift of God. The mysterious designs of God. But you see, it is not as bad as we think it, as we think of it. No? The more we are surprised by the ways of God, then it is really something that we could be happy about. But we should be ready to abandon, to let go of our customary ways of thinking, of judging, and of behaving. You want the first to work to get more, and the latecomers to get less. That is the human way of thinking. But in God's way, you are late, you are early. I love all of you. But please, for daily or Sunday Mass, please don't come late. Don't use this as an excuse. Oh, the parable says, even if you're late, you are loved, then I will always come towards the final blessing. For God is compassion and mercy. If God were strict justice, if God implements strict justice on us, who will pass the test? No one. All of us will fail. According to the expression, tinimbang ka, ngunit kulang. If we are God, many people will be condemned. You will condemn your mother-in-law. You will condemn your father-in-law. If you were God, thank God you are not God. Thank God, God is the true God. How many of you were already here 25 years ago? A lot of you. You have changed. I'm sure. 25 years ago, probably you were young and pretty. Now you are prettier. For the better. You're changing for the better. Yes.